Another proposition I have made has came true. I told y'all niggas in the Sneako video that none of them niggas, damn, look what I did, man. Anyways, I told y'all, none of them niggas should have been together. None of them niggas should have been together in the same room. I told you, Sneako, your ass was dumb as fuck for even pulling up. You shouldn't have waited. Not everybody done turned their back on you. Nick Fuentes, dead ass, is going off on you now. I ain't hear what he said. I don't know what's really going on. But, nigga, I told you. I fucking told you. But it is what it is. Let's get into it. Don, appreciate you for the video. Let's watch. Original video will be in the link below. I mean, you know what the fuck I meant. It'll be in the description below. Go ahead and click that. Also, I want to say this before we get started. I have made a Discord. Now, this Discord, I don't know what I want to do with it. But this I can't talk. This Discord will be for all my fans. I ain't even gonna call y'all friends. For all my supporters. For everybody who wants to watch me. Everybody who, you know what I'm saying, wants to get to know me or whatever the case may be. I'm making this Discord for y'all. Y'all can join in if y'all want to. The link will be below. And that's pretty much it. So let's get into it.
Fuentes compared Prophet Muhammad to Jeffrey Epstein. Video by Sneako. Oh yes, Sneako is up to his Sneako activities. Yet again, it seems as if Sneako has officially and completely turned on Nick Fuentes. They've always had a contentious relationship. It's always been exploitative and fake on both ends. We have video clips going back quite some time ago of Nick Fuentes accurately labeling Sneako and calling him out as being a fair weather friend.
Very thin skin. Like sending your, it's not thin skin. I don't care about troll comments. I care about you not caring about your friends. Well, that people that you supposedly care about. Why would you do that to people that have helped you out? Why would you like send people to go and attack people, like the same people that were on your side?
You know why? Because you're a fair weather friend. That's why. Everybody knows that.
I'm a fair weather friend to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
I mean, at least he told you to your face.
This is a sign. This is how we know Sneako is. He's really trying to fucking throw Nick Fuentes under the bus because he's trying to sick the Muslims on him. This is, if you want to anger Muslims, this is how you do it right here. You call attention to the fact that Nick Fuentes is essentially calling Jeffrey Epstein, the Prophet Muhammad, a pedophile. Because Nick Fuentes is going to talk about the fact that the Prophet Muhammad married Aisha, who, according to the Sahih al-Bukhari, which is a collection of hadiths that is highly respected in Islam, Sunni Islam to be precise, in this hadith, or in this collection of hadiths, we have a narration from Aisha herself, where she says that she married the Prophet Muhammad at the age of 6, and then she consummated the marriage at the age of 9. How all of this got brought up will make sense as we watch the video. But the thing is, Nick Fuentes has been disrespecting Islam and Sneako's religion for a long time, and Sneako is well aware of that. I don't know how Sneako has any. I don't know how Sneako has any black fans. I don't know how he has any black fans. That was a little loud. Or any Muslim fans.
I'm gonna keep it P Don, and I'm gonna move my camera. I'm gonna keep it P Don. I can tell you why. Cause no matter what, in this little old world we live in, on this planet we call Earth, there's this thing people do, and they have. You know what I'm saying? Free will is a bitch, and I know we can't really technically blame everything on free will, but technically we can, because at the end of the day, and I like to say this a lot, a motherfucker gonna do what they want to do regardless. And if or buts about it, ain't none of that. A motherfucker gonna do what they want to do regardless. That goes for me, that goes for you, that goes for Don, that goes for Nick, that goes for Sneako, and that goes for everybody else on this earth. If you haven't noticed, every time, let me put it like this. You can use this for example. Say you're in a relationship and you find a girl or whatever the case may be, right? And y'all are in this relationship for I ain't gonna say very long, but y'all in this relationship for a while. Now, this is one particular thing that your girl or guy, if you're a girl and want to switch it, whatever, that your girl continues to keep doing, that you continuously keep telling her to not do. She keeps doing it regardless of what you say. You know what I'm saying? You wanna know why? Cause she can. Motherfuckers gonna do what they want to do regardless. No matter what they say, no matter how they act, they gonna do what they want to do regardless. Period, point blank. And once everybody understand that motherfuckers are gonna do what they want to do regardless, the better off we'll be. We'll be a lot better off. Motherfuckers won't be getting their feelings hurt. I don't think it'd be that many murderers out here. I think, you know what I'm saying? Everybody could chill. Once we grasp the fact that we can do what the fuck we want. Well, I ain't gonna say we can do what the fuck we want, but people are gonna do what the fuck they want to do. It is what it is. I don't know. Maybe in this world, people take what people say way too fucking seriously. Way too fucking seriously. Y'all take opinions to next level. And I've never seen, like, on Twitter, it's literally just filled with the opinions of thousands of degenerate people. And I can't even call them degenerates because they get paid to post like that. It's literal rage bait. It's literal bait. Everything on Twitter is literal bait. You never know if it's coming from a real person or not. You can check that little thing. Most of the time it say this account was created, this, and that. Who cares? You never really know who the fuck is behind these accounts. And they just be saying shit. Just saying shit. I seen a video of this white lady talking about how we on stolen land. How is this? How is that? What the fuck you mean, how are you on stolen land? Y'all niggas believed in taking people, but y'all didn't think y'all was stealing land? Y'all didn't think Napoleon came here? It was some Indians here? You know, the whole Indian the Pilgrims thing? Like, that just never happened? Are we dumb? I don't know. All I know is this shit is getting out of hand, and people need to chill. Once we realize that people are gonna do what the fuck they want to do, it is what it is. It is what it is.
You are
nothing anybody does.
Pathetic. If you are a black or a Muslim Sneako fan or a black or a Muslim Nick Fuentes fan, honestly, disgusting. You have no self-respect, because in the Quran it tells us explicitly that as a Muslim you should not be friends with or hang out with people that mock your religion. I'll show you that right now. Oh, this is verse 57, chapter 5, right? Oh, you who have believed, take not those who have taken your religion in ridicule and amusement among the ones who were given the scripture before you, nor the disbelievers as allies. And fear Allah if you should truly be believers. So essentially this is saying, do not be friends with anyone who mocks your religion. Now, Nick Fuentes has mocked Sneako and Islam relentlessly. Sneako's seen all of these clips already.
Oh, let's see.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in.
Gooba dooba dee doo doo, la di da boo boo, gooby goo boo, yasi yaka, yabby goo boo boo.
May God keep you all safe and prosperous. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Real.
Hi. Okay. I look at that rage bait.
I want to learn everything just so I could shut these Muslims' fucking mouths. Because they all just come across so slimy. They don't even talk about their own religion. They just attack Christianity. Christianity is the real faith. Christianity and its sacred.
Half of these niggas don't even know what Christianity really is.
Treasury of revelation.
They really think this is how they want God. They really think that God really wants them to act like this. That's what they really think. Boy, oh boy, if Jesus himself, if God, whoever the fuck, boy, if they can see y'all niggas, you remember the Great Flood? You remember he did that? He would have got there and blew this bitch up. One punch man style. I swear to God, punched the ground, big ass crater. Everybody did. Cause the stupid shit y'all did. Y'all don't get it at all. Nobody gets it. Y'all lost the plot. Y'all are fucking idiots. I'm not even gonna hold you. All this shit just makes me mad.
And so they don't even talk about their own sad trade post religion. And that makes sense because their religion is a trading.
Is that my quality?
Religion, and they're trading post people. And so these are scammers. It's a scammer religion. It's a scammer merchant religion. They're selling their religion like these Egyptians will try to sell tourists beads at the Great Pyramids.
Oh, wow.
My point is to you genuine but misguided Muslims that are still fans of this self-hating raccoon.
That nigga got
Sneako,
so many tabs
do
up
not
there.
allow yourself to be turned into attack dogs and set on Nick Fuentes now because it's convenient for Sneako. Now because Sneako, for whatever reason, things are getting to a point with his relationship with Nick Fuentes that he's...
They never had one. Don, I swear to God, I had this shit down to a T. Nobody in that motherfucking van fuck with Sneako except probably Myron. And that's just a tiny little motherfucking bit. Nobody in that shit really fucks with Sneako. And I said that shit. I said nobody fucks with them. Everybody fucks with Andrew. They fuck with Andrew and Tristan. Nobody fucks with fucking Sneako. Sneako is just there. Sneako is the annoying little nigga that want to be in every room that they in. That's what this is. That's dead ass what this is. Just saying.
Right, disassociate, distance himself from Nick. Don't turn yourself into a fucking useful idiot. Sneako is a fake Muslim. He doesn't stand by the principles of Islam. He doesn't stand by the principles of in the Quran. I just showed you 2 examples there, right? Sneako is a pathetic excuse of a Muslim. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the video now.
Did you forget you said that? And how about your own religion, bro? How about your own religion?
What? Uh-oh.
Your religion is literally about harems and, you know, you want to talk about Aisha? You want to talk about the Prophet?
Oh my God, bro. Is he comparing Jeffrey Epstein to the Prophet Muhammad?
I don't know. He didn't let him finish, so.
Do it. Tell me what's happening in Pakistan right now. Can you do it? Mr. War Expert. What year did these wars start? Do you even know? Like, they couldn't even tell you. They, you know, people like me or others do the thinking and the research. People like this
no, he doesn't.
Amplify the
don't let that nigga, don't let this nigga Nick lie to y'all, first and foremost. That nigga don't do no effort. He don't put no effort in at all. They just be saying shit.
They get butthurt about something and they want, and then they
and if
turn
they
around
do the
and
research,
say,
they asking AI,
hey,
and that shit is sometimes wrong.
I didn't say you need
Most
to
times
apologize. I was saying that I don't agree with the Epstein merch because he posted a merch promo with me AI'd in it with the quarter zip, and it gets millions of views, and now people are saying this is not funny at all, and they're putting it next to fake photos of Epstein with kids. That reflects poorly upon me. That's all.
Oh.
That's all you worried about?
We give a fuck about shit reflecting poorly upon others now? Wow. That's crazy because I just for 2 weeks saw you going at the Tates because they wanted to distance themselves from
you
that you made. So this is the image. And I saw this image and I actually thought this shit was real, bro. I didn't comment on it. I just in my mind thought this shit was real. Because this is who Sneako has become. There is nothing that... This doesn't surprise me if this was actually Sneako. But I was suspicious that it was a little bit AI because I'm like, Sneako don't look... Sneako ain't... This looks better than real life Sneako. It's like, some look off here. I was like, this nigga Sneako neck not that thick.
Who's that, Caligula?
You got a scrawnier neck than that. What are we doing here? But yeah, fucking but I thought, you know, at a glance I was like, oh, is this what they on these days? But yeah, so I guess Sneako has a problem with this.
I don't think it's like, oh, Sneako's a libtard because he doesn't want to be wearing Epstein merch. It's like, no, maybe I just don't want this to be a part of my reputation.
Okay, well, while we're on the subject, you don't even have an informed opinion. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Wow.
So you really have no right. You know, you have your right to an opinion. Well, so does everybody. I don't care, you know.
Okay.
Nick is essentially calling Sneako a grifter. He's saying Sneako doesn't know what he's talking about.
Pretty much.
I see all these people tweeting at me, you know, Sneako, now Sneako, really, bro? Now Sneako's telling me, you know, you shouldn't be amplifying this. Dude, you were saying the same stuff. Sneako literally tweeted a picture of Epstein with the big coat on and said he really had that shit on. Okay.
Ooh.
So, again, what are we doing?
Right.
So when it was you, it was cool. When when you tweeted that in October of last year, that was fine. Yeah, Epstein had that shit on. When I sell the shirt, oh, that's too far. That's optically bad. Did you forget?
Yeah, there's a difference between profiting off of merch and acknowledging. Yeah, he had a good sense of style.
Yo, what's up with this nigga Sneako liking these? Like, is this nigga serious? Yo, kill this nigga career already, bro. Like, this nigga is fucking lame. This nigga's a goofball. Like, the most smackable face on the internet. It is so fucking stupid. He keep doing this shit. Bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. This nigga fuck with everybody on earth that's fucked up. He fuck with Hitler for some reason. I guess he was cool with what Hitler was doing back then. But he wouldn't have been. If this nigga was around them back then, his ass would have got fried up. I'm not even gonna hold you. Fried up, cooked. Nigga, you're done. What the fuck is we talking about? If you was on Epstein Island, your butt would have got took. Is this nigga serious? This nigga's fucking weird, bro.
Oh,
but right now,
kill this nigga career.
Oh my God, bro! This is the exact same criticism Sneako had of the Tates, right? Andrew Tate didn't want to be associated with the song in the nightclub, but he was playing HH in his Bugatti in the past. Sneako was like, that makes you a hypocrite. Here, Nick Fuentes
does the
like,
same shit.
Boom, you know what I'm saying? Put you in the quarters with the AI. Bro was glazing Jeffrey Epstein in the past, and now he's got a problem because Nick made some edgy merch. It's crazy.
Selling merch with the face on it. And then also tying, because I'll say this, that he could put the shit on the same way I could say world leaders put it on. They had a good sense of style. But I'm also not saying like, okay, these are people to be admired. Not that he's saying that, or that he wasn't that bad. Like, it was just.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? Why y'all make this? What the fuck is he talking, bro? This shit starting to piss me off. I hate the niggas y'all choose to be famous, bro. Maybe I just need to just grind harder. Just do this shit every day. Maybe just stream every day. This shit is insane. If he can make it, I can make it, bro. Because this shit is ridiculous.
These 14-year-olds did consent. There's a little bit of a difference there. Acknowledging that he knew how to dress, because that points out the fact that he was charismatic and he knew how to get people on the island. Okay, but I'm not going to sell clothes that he.
This nigga is trying to be edgy with what he's saying
and embrace that and make it. I think there's a very clear difference there.
You said that
again, though. He has no problem with associating with Kanye, who literally made Nazi merch, though. Very inconsistent, this guy. Very inconsistent.
And how about your own religion, bro? How about your own religion? Your religion.
And your religion too. Look, first off, I know what he's about to say. We heard this a million times. It's not a reliable hadith. And the separation, if that is true, if Aisha was younger than 18, the major difference is that she's one of the most respected people in Islam, is that she's important to write down, I think, the majority of hadith. She was a respected woman in Mecca.
That nigga Don, like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about?
None of his detractors ever brought that.
Wait. So it's not a reliable hadith, but she's so respected because of all the hadith that she compiled? That don't make any sense. So essentially what you need to understand is in Islam, they have these pieces of writings called hadith. And essentially they're the writings of people who are close to the Prophet, right? So the story of Islam goes something along the lines of God, through an angel, I think it was the angel Gabriel, narrated the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad. So this is the word of God. They believe that the Quran is literally the word of God from his mouth himself. Hadith, however, are writings of people who are closely associated with the Prophet Muhammad and wrote about the Prophet Muhammad, the things the Prophet Muhammad did, the things he believed or taught. It's kind of supplementary religious literature to help you better understand and navigate the religion. Now, the problem with what Sneako just said is that he's saying the reason Aisha is so highly respected is because of all the hadith that she wrote, but the very hadith that mentions that she was 9 years old when she had sex with the Prophet Muhammad, that's one of her hadith. So this makes sense. How is it both reliable and untrustworthy at the same time? I don't know.
up as something to hold against him because they knew how respected she was. So one, it's not reliable. You can't verify the age based on the Quran. You don't even have to believe that to be Muslim. Second off, if that was really an issue at the time, people would have brought it up. Third, there's a difference between trafficking women on an island for Israeli blackmail and marriage. You understand? There's one that's exploitation and one that's a real relationship. Also,
a real relationship with a 9-year-old. Remember, they got married when she was 6, according to the hadith. Now, I've actually seen an explanation from Muslim scholars that put forth the argument that she was actually 17 years old when she, based on historical like anchors and the timeline, and I couldn't explain it to you, but I sat down and listened to this Muslim scholar explain this shit. And from a historical point of view, yeah, there is actually a really good argument that Aisha was actually around the age of 17 when she married the Prophet Muhammad. But what that does do is bring into question the reliability of all hadith that comes from Aisha. You know, how can you trust any of it? This is where the shit starts to fall apart. So, you know, that's something for you as a Muslim to contend with, to battle between those two things. However, if the Prophet Muhammad is supposed to be this perfect example of a perfectly moral man guided by God, one of two things is going on here. Either he was not that and he had sex with a 9-year-old girl, or he was that and there's nothing wrong with having sex with a 9-year-old girl, or she wasn't even 9 years old and you now have a problem with the Sahih al-Bukhari having untrustworthy hadith sprinkled maybe all throughout it. Who's to know how much of this is now trustworthy? This is the issue.
Oh, if Nick's going to say what I think he's going to say.
That's a lot of information I didn't know. This is a very
3 years old.
informative video.
No, she was not. There's nowhere in the Bible that says that she was 3 years old. Sneako is literally like a level 1 Muslim, bro. He's like a level 1 Muslim. How the fuck do you think that Rebecca was 3 years old? Now, he's talking about Rebecca, the wife of Isaac, right? Isaac was the son of Abraham. It is believed that Islam is born from Ishmael, who is also the son of Abraham, and Judaism is born from Isaac, right? Now, if you take a look here, here's where we meet Rebecca, right? Before he had finished speaking, this is a servant of Abraham who was sent forth by Abraham to find a wife for his son Isaac. That wife ended up being Rebecca. There was Rebecca, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, coming out with her water jar on her shoulder. The young woman was very fair to look upon, a virgin whom no man had known. She went down to the spring, filled her jar, and came up. Now, Sneako wants you to believe that this is describing a 3-year-old girl. Sneako doesn't know what he's talking about. Nick Fuentes is right. He doesn't know what he's talking about with Islam. He doesn't know what he's talking about with politics, because Sneako doesn't actually commit to anything. He's going from grift to grift, doesn't spend enough time dedicated to the thing to actually learn it through and through. Right? So the woman was very fair to look upon, a virgin whom no man had known. Here it's clearly describing her as a woman. She went down to the spring, filled her jar, and came up. Then the servant ran to meet her and said, "Please let me sip a little water from your jar. Drink, my lord." This is a 3-year-old. She said, and quickly lowered her jar upon her hand and gave him a drink. Now, I don't know if you've been around a 3-year-old. I currently have a daughter that's about to be 4 years old. The idea of my daughter taking a jar and being sent down to a spring where she has to load it up with water, and then a grown adult man comes and asks her for a drink of water. Meanwhile, she's literally like almost at the height of his knee, maybe his waist. And then she's going to take that water jar and pour it into her hand so that this grown man can drink from her hand is ridiculous. She said, "I will draw for your camels also until they have finished drinking." Then this 3-year-old girl took this jar and gave all of his camels water. So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough and ran again to the well to draw. So this was a well. This is a 3-year-old girl supposedly drawing jars of water from a well. Of course, this needs to be a reasonable amount of water to make the trip necessary, right? To make the trip reasonable. So probably at least a gallon of water per jar, at least. This is a 3-year-old we're supposed to believe is doing all this. But again, Sneako is a level 1 Muslim.
I was reading that shit. I was really into it. I ain't gonna lie.
Of kings, of grown men marrying women very young. Rebecca was 3.
We already just debunked that. She was literally called a woman, a virgin, fair to look upon, and she was both large enough and strong enough to hold what we can imagine is at least a gallon of water and pour it into her hand so that a grown man could drink from it. Yeah.
Rebecca was 3 years old. And I know, I can already see where he's going for. He's going to think like, oh, what about your religion? This is all over Christianity as well, if what that you're saying about Islam is true. To try to separate them, that's the tactic that Netanyahu and Epstein wants you to follow.
You want to talk about the prophet's wife? Seriously? Your own fucking people will say she was 9 years old. Let's not even go there. Let's just not even go there.
But okay, but you did just go there. But you did. And again, he definitely knows the difference between marriage, between a consensual marriage, to equate that
to a fucking child.
So Sneako is suggesting that you can consensually marry.
Bro, just go ahead and lock this nigga Sneako up, bro. Take this nigga camera away. Hey, no, y'all ever seen that episode of Atlanta? I think it's Atlanta, with that one nigga that's always doing shit for views on YouTube. He took the little boy to serve pizza. It got robbed. Y'all remember that? That's who Sneako is. That annoying nigga that gotta record everything. Just saying the most dumbest shit, outlandish shit. Just gotta record. Man, get the fuck on.
Trafficking dozens of women for sexual blackmail is asinine. That's stupid. That's not the same thing whatsoever. Everybody knows that.
Please, I don't want to fight with you guys. I like Jake, I like Sneako, but come on now. We want to take it there?
Take what there? Because I said I don't. Why is he like that upset about Epstein? You want to take it there? All I said was, I don't think right now it's important to be adamantly defending Epstein when people are finally learning that he works for Israel, right? And embracing him and saying he had aura right now is not the good strategic move.
Who the fuck is saying that?
I'm not part of the Epstein merch, and he's posting photos of me wearing the quarter zip that I'm not making money from, and that is reflecting poorly upon me.
So let me get this way. Let me get this straight. This nigga Nick Fuentes is actively promoting ICE, and y'all niggas is just going. Something wrong with y'all, bro. Something is wrong with y'all.
Oh, if he was breaking you off a little bit of bread, you wouldn't be as upset, it sounds like.
Oh, God.
I don't think you do.
What he's mad about, Sneako, because Sneako, he's unable to actually put himself in the shoes of other people, is he just shut the fuck up. Just don't throw him under the bus. Just don't make a big deal about it. It's just a shirt, bro. That's the attitude you want all of your friends to take when you do all your various like racist bullshit. Right? Is to just like
look the other way.
What the fuck, bro? Like, why are you even like dogpiling on me? Why are you turning against me, bro? Why are you turning against Nick? Just shut the fuck up. Let him sell his shit. Right? It's not a big deal. It's just a shirt.
Respectful
person. And maybe he could have got a piece of that shit if he didn't say nothing.
Fine. Then people want to start coming at me.
You know this nigga's like, dumb enough to buy that shit out here.
I defended you literally every time your name comes up. Like nobody's here is attacking you, bro. Nobody. I have adamantly defended this guy non-stop. Right?
Good boy. Who's a good boy? Yeah. That's you. That's you. Yes, we know. You've been a very faithful
and loyal idiot, my nigga.
Nick Fuentes. We all know that.
You see a tweet where it says, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't sign up for this defending Epstein thing. Like, oh, you're coming at me? No. Actually, I'm attacking Epstein and the people that defend him, not you. I'm not coming at you. Because I disagree with Epstein and call him evil does not mean I'm singling you out.
Oh,
wow. So now he wants to play stupid. Obviously, that's going to it. Who else are you talking about? Nick Fuentes is the loudest voice where that is concerned. These neo-Nazis that are somehow trying to like make Epstein cool and say he had aura and shit like that. Nick Fuentes is like
That nigga literally
shit.
touches
So when you
kids,
make a
bro.
statement like that,
What the fuck is
you're
going on
obviously
with the world?
directing
Blow
that
this
at
bitch
Nick
up.
Fuentes. But again,
Please.
always trying to pretend like he's not doing what he's actually doing. That's the definition of being a snake.
You guys don't even know what you're talking about. So let's just try to acknowledge our own limitations, please. Let's just have a little self-awareness. And Jake, I mean, this guy, how many times are we gonna have
saying he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about? You're nothing more than a dancing monkey used to humanize him and help him with his PR.
Man.
this public blow up? And every time he apologizes, hey man, I'm sorry.
He doesn't see you as an equal. He doesn't see
At
you
all.
as an intellectual.
Sorry, hey
You're
man, I
not
should have
one
said
of
that.
them,
Hey,
buddy.
I should have talked to you first. Hey, I didn't see this. You know, but people have this resentment towards me. They don't want to fight me.
I don't think
You
Nick
know,
will
and then,
fight
and then they just
anybody.
accidentally let it slip that they got this big fucking problem with me. I love that.
Never did that.
So, whatever,
Right.
bro. I'm just over it. I'm just so over that. You know, guy that literally worships Hitler. All of them. Worship Hitler. Hitler's the man. I love Hitler. LOL, the Holocaust. Dude, Hitler was a racial supremacist. They really think that Hitler wanted to create like a wholesome Chungus Democrat socialist country.
Dude, he's like standing on this, like, oh yes, Hitler believed in the master race. Hitler was the master race. Hitler was the master race. Even though I think in his speeches and even in Mein Kampf, not much of that is documented at all. Epstein made it abundantly clear what he thinks about Goy.
What the fuck are you talking about? Sneako, you have not read Mein Kampf, bro. People think that you're smart or that you're educated, but you constantly tell on yourself, just like you did with Rebecca, just like you did by simultaneously throwing the Sahih al-Bukhari under the bus while using it as a point of reference to say why Aisha is so respected. That doesn't make any sense. It's like, pick a side, bro. Either you're saying that the Sahih al-Bukhari has flawed hadith in it, or she, you know what I'm saying, she was 9 and stand on that, right? But also he hasn't read Mein Kampf. Now I haven't read Mein Kampf in its entirety. I made it through like halfway through the book. This shit is incredibly hard to read because Adolf Hitler was a very untalented author. But I do have the book here on my Kindle. I'll pull it up. But very early on, Hitler starts talking that white supremacist shit very early on. What the fuck is he talking about? So here it is, Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler. If we just type in the word Negro, for instance, let's just type in the word Negro. Here's what Adolf Hitler had to say. In the last 100 years, it has been a true misery to observe how these circles, sometimes in the best good faith, played with the word Germanize. I myself still remember how in my youth, this very term led to incredibly false conceptions. Even in pan-German circles, the opinion could then be heard that the Austrian Germans, with the promotion and aid of the government, might well succeed in a Germanization of the Austrian Slavs. These circles never even began to realize that Germanization can only be applied to soil and never to people. He is saying that you can only be German by blood, and that you can never compare an Austrian German to an Austrian Slav. Now note that Slavs and Germans are both white. Hitler is saying, listen, there is some kind of white people that can't even really fuck with us and can't even really be one of us. These Slavs over here, and you think what? That, like what Nick Fuentes is saying, you think Adolf Hitler was like, we could have just had one big kumbaya like ideology where he brings in the Chinese and the Asians and the blacks, which Sneako is part Asian, part black, and part Jew, and this nigga worship Hitler. That makes sense
At all.
But anyway, so check this out. What else does he say? He says, for what was generally understood under this word was only the forced outward acceptance of the German language. But it is a scarcely conceivable fallacy of thought to believe that a Negro or a Chinese, let us say, will turn into a German because he learns German and is willing to speak the German language in the future and perhaps even give his vote to a German political party. that any such Germanization is in reality a de-Germanization never became clear to our bourgeoisie national world. Now, you have to understand what Hitler is saying here, because it actually gives us a lot of illumination to the modern day American races. And it also should dispel any fucking confusion in the minds of these bootlicking raccoons and these bootlicking Hispanics and these bootlicking Asians, that by learning to speak with proper English, as I recently heard Sneako go on some kind of rant about white English and proper English.
I ain't hear that shit, but I'm not that.
This idea that if you can learn to speak proper English and you vote in the same way as the white man, that they will see you as one of them. No, it's quite the opposite. Hitler here is saying that, in fact, to bring an Asian, to bring a Negro, a black person into Germany, and for them to try and assimilate culturally and even to speak the language fluently, this does not make them more German. It makes Germany less German, because German, to be German, is in part inseparable from being Aryan in your blood, from being an Austrian, from being it's genetic, it's racial, it's in your blood. You can never be German. And so I don't know if Sneako thinks that if he was able to go back to the 1930s and the 1940s, that if he said all the right things, you don't think there were bootlicking Jews that tried that shit? You don't think there were bootlicking Jews that tried to assimilate into Nazi Germany? They still got sent to the gas chamber. It got nothing to do with ideology. It has nothing to do with loyalty to political parties. This is racism, pure unadulterated racism.
Yep.
Okay? This was just one example. How about what he said about the original sin? This is what Hitler considered the original sin of man. Look at this.
Okay.
Blood, sin, and desecration of the race are the original sin in this world and the end of a humanity which surrenders to it. Look at that. He's saying the original sin in this world is race mixing. That's it. Blood, sin. Yeah. So again, Sneako does not know what he's talking about in any category. He doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to religion. He doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to politics. He doesn't know what he's talking about even when it comes to Adolf Hitler, the man that he worships. He don't know shit. Stop following him if you're a Sneako fan. Stop it. He don't know what he's talking about in any regard. Okay.
Employment subhuman. He made it abundantly clear that he's a Jewish supremacist.
I learned a lot about Hitler,
but
Germany, all that.
Then Nick's saying the Epstein
Nazis.
files. There's not.
I did not know
there's
that
no
shit.
smoking gun. There's no smoking gun
Holy
about Israel.
shit.
But Hitler, that one, absolutely, 100%. I see people saying he's offended.
I think a gas chamber is a pretty big smoking gun.
That's no cap.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys. I'll link to the full clip if you want to listen to it some more. But these men, they cannot. This is so pathetic. These men fight with each other and throw each other under the bus and attack each other.
It's crazy. I'm gonna end the video here. I hear what you're saying, Don. I appreciate you. My fault. I'm gonna put it like this. These two niggas wanna fight, bicker. They both believe in the same BS, by the way. They believe in the same BS. But they both wanna fight, bicker, do all this lame ass shit to get the same goal. They wanna be in the good graces of the white folks. When at the end of the day, that shit is crumbling down. That shit is coming to a slow, I ain't even gonna lie, maybe fast hope. After these files drop and everything is reviewed and we get deeper and deeper into the darkest iceberg of that shit, it's just, bruh, this is how I see it though. If y'all enjoyed the video, man, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm your guy. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.